Welcome to Pixel Perfect, the image sensor podcast. Join host Manu and image expert Emma.
Welcome to the very first episode of Pixel Perfect, the show that takes you behind the scenes of the fascinating world of image sensors and camera modules. I'm Manu, your host for this deep dive, and joining me is Emma, a true expert in the field. You know, Emma, most people don't realize the sheer complexity behind the tiny cameras that capture our everyday moments. They just point and shoot, right?
Exactly. But those seemingly simple actions rely on a symphony of technology, and that's what we're here to unpack.
Okay, let's unpack this. We both work at Camemake, a global leader in this field. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, maybe you can give our listeners a little background on who we are and what makes Camemake tick.
Absolutely. Imagine a world without cameras in our phones, cars, or even medical devices. That's the world Camemake is helping to prevent one camera module at a time.
That's a great way to put it. So for those just tuning in, Camemake designs and manufactures these intricate camera modules that end up in a vast array of devices.
We're talking everything from the obvious like smartphones and laptops to more specialized applications like robotic security systems and even automotive technology. It's truly mind-boggling how many industries rely on high-quality imaging these days.
It is. And Camemake has been a driving force in this industry since June 2016. But what really struck me when I first joined the company was the sheer scale of our operations.
Right. We have dual headquarters, one in Belgium and another in China, with a workforce of over 600 people. And our production facility is massive, covering 20,000 square meters.
That's bigger than some shopping malls I've been to.
Yeah.
But it's not just about size, is it? It's the volume and variety of modules we produce that's truly impressive.
Absolutely. We churn out a staggering 30 million camera modules every month.
30 million. That number still blows my mind. What's even more fascinating is that we're not just churning out identical units. Our product range is incredibly diverse.
You're right. We cater to a wide spectrum of needs, offering modules ranging from 0.3 MP for simple applications all the way up to a whopping 200 MP for high-performance imaging.
That kind of range makes us incredibly versatile, right? I mean, we're not just specializing in one niche. We're catering to everything from basic consumer electronics to cutting-edge technology.
Exactly. And that's what sets us apart from many of our competitors. We have the flexibility to adapt to the evolving needs of various industries, whether it's a tiny camera for a wearable device or a powerful module for a self-driving car. We've got you covered.
That's a great segue to the next point I wanted to touch on, our collaborative approach.
It's not just about having a huge catalog of off-the-shelf products.
Right. We're not just a faceless factory pumping out modules. We work closely with our clients to understand their specific needs and tailor solutions accordingly.
Think of it as a partnership. We bring our expertise in imaging technology to the table, and our clients bring their unique challenges and requirements. Together, we develop camera modules that push the boundaries of what's possible.
Okay, so we've established that we're big, versatile, and collaborative. But what really happens behind the scenes? How do we actually transform raw materials into these intricate camera modules?
Well, that's where things get really interesting. It all starts with our state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities.
From what I've seen, those facilities are anything but ordinary. They're more like high-tech labs from a sci-fi movie.
You're not wrong. Our production lines are equipped with advanced surface mount technology, or SMT machinery.
For our listeners who aren't familiar with the term SMT, it is basically a method for assembling electronic circuits, and it requires incredible precision.
Exactly. We're talking about placing tiny components, some smaller than a grain of rice, onto circuit boards with pinpoint accuracy.
And all of this happens at breakneck speed, right?
Absolutely. Our SMT lines are highly automated, allowing us to achieve both speed and precision in the assembly process. But precision alone isn't enough.
Here's where those clean rooms you mentioned earlier come into play.
You got it. Maintaining a pristine manufacturing environment is crucial for working with these sensitive components.
I still remember my first time stepping into one of our clean rooms. I felt like I was entering a different world.
It's quite an experience, isn't it? We have Class 100 and Class 10,000 clean rooms, which means the air is constantly filtered to remove even the tiniest particles.
So we're talking about an environment that's thousands of times cleaner than a hospital operating room?
Exactly. This level of cleanliness is essential to prevent dust and other contaminants from interfering with the delicate assembly process.
It makes sense. Even a speck of dust could potentially compromise the performance of a camera module.
You're absolutely right, and that's why we take contamination control so seriously.
So after all this precision assembly in a super clean environment, what's the next step?
Well, the journey doesn't end there. Each and every camera module undergoes a rigorous final assembly and testing process.
That's where we really put them through their paces, right?
Exactly. We want to make absolutely sure that every module meets our stringent quality standards before it leaves the factory. We have a whole team dedicated to this, running tests to check for things like image clarity, color accuracy, and overall functionality.
That's a lot of testing. But I guess when you're producing millions of modules a month, quality control can't be an afterthought.
You're absolutely right. Our reputation is built on delivering reliable, high-performance camera modules, and that starts with meticulous quality control.
This has been a fascinating glimpse into Camemake's inner workings. We've covered a lot of ground, from the scale of our operations to the precision of our manufacturing process. But we've only just scratched the surface.
There's so much more to explore, from the intricate world of image sensors and lenses to the exciting possibilities of emerging technologies.
And that's exactly what we'll be diving into in part 2 of this deep dive, so stay tuned, folks.
Welcome back to Pixel Perfect.
I'm excited to delve deeper into the heart of Camemake's camera modules.
In this part, we'll explore what makes these modules tick, starting with the very core, the image sensor.
You know, I always found image sensors to be a bit of a mystery. They're so tiny, yet they capture so much detail.
It's truly remarkable, isn't it? At their core, image sensors are like digital retinas. They capture light and convert it into electrical signals that our devices then process into images.
So it's all about capturing light. But what makes one image sensor different from another?
That's a great question. There's a whole world of technology packed into those tiny sensors, and different sensors excel in different areas.
Like what? What are some key differences to look out for?
Well, one major factor is resolution measured in megapixels. You know those numbers we see in camera specs? A higher resolution generally means more detail in the image.
Right, so that 200 MP module we mentioned earlier is capable of capturing incredibly detailed images.
Exactly. But resolution isn't everything. We also have to consider sensitivity, which is how well the sensor performs in low light conditions.
That's crucial for capturing those atmospheric night shots or indoor photos where lighting can be tricky.
You got it. And then there's dynamic range, which is the sensor's ability to capture detail in both the brightest and darkest areas of a scene.
So a high dynamic range means you can capture details in shadows even when there's bright sunlight in the same shot.
Precisely. And we haven't even touched on things like pixel size readout speed and noise performance.
It's like there's a whole science behind choosing the right image sensor for a particular application.
There is. And at Camemake, we leverage this deep understanding of sensor technology to select the perfect sensor for each camera module we design. We work with top manufacturers like Sony Omnivision and Amon Semiconductor, each known for their specific strengths.
So it's like having a toolbox full of specialized tools, and we pick the right one for the job.
That's a great analogy. And that brings us to another crucial component of a camera module, the lens.
The lens is like the eye of the camera, right? It focuses light onto the sensor, which then captures the image.
Exactly. And just like our own eyes, camera lenses come in a wide variety of types, each designed for specific purposes.
For example, I know we offer modules with autofocus lenses. Those are super convenient for everyday photography because they automatically adjust to keep things sharp.
Right. Autofocus lenses are great for capturing those spontaneous moments without having to fiddle with manual settings. But we also offer fixed focus lenses, which are often used in applications where precise control over the focus is crucial.
I can imagine that being important in industrial settings, for example, where you need to capture sharp images of tiny objects.
Exactly. Think of applications like machine vision, medical imaging, or quality control inspection. And then there are specialized lenses for specific needs, like wide-angle lenses for capturing expansive views, macro lenses for close-up photography, and even telephoto lenses for zooming in on distant objects.
It seems like the possibilities are endless when it comes to lenses.
They really are. And at Camemake, we have a vast selection of lenses at our disposal, allowing us to create camera modules that meet the diverse needs of our clients.
Speaking of diversity, we also offer different form factors for the printed circuit boards or PCBs that house all these components.
That's right. The form factor of the PCB dictates the overall shape and flexibility of the camera module.
So we have rigid PCBs, which are well rigid and provide a stable base for the components.
Exactly. Rigid PCBs are the workhorses of the industry. They're reliable and cost-effective, making them suitable for many applications. But we also offer flex PCBs, which are, as the name suggests, flexible.
I remember seeing these flex PCBs for the first time. It's amazing how you can bend them without damaging the circuitry.
It's quite impressive, isn't it? Flex PCBs allow us to create camera modules that can conform to curved surfaces or fit into tight spaces. This opens up a whole world of design possibilities, especially for wearable devices and other compact electronics.
And then there's the hybrid approach, rigid flex PCBs.
Exactly. Rigid flex PCBs combine the stability of rigid sections with the flexibility of flex sections, giving us the best of both worlds.
It's like having a Lego system for camera modules. We can combine different sensors, lenses, and PCB form factors to create the perfect solution for each unique application.
That's a great way to think about it, and that modular approach is one of Camemake's core strengths. It allows us to be incredibly agile and responsive to our clients' needs.
Okay, so we've covered the sensors, the lenses, and the PCBs. But how do these modules actually communicate with the devices they're connected to? How does that image data get from the sensor to our screens?
That's where interface technologies come into play.
Interface technologies.
These are the communication pathways that allow the camera module to send data to the host device.
So it's like choosing the right language for the devices to talk to each other.
Exactly. And just like with human languages, some are better suited for certain situations than others.
What are some of the common interface options we offer?
Well, one of the most widely used interfaces is USB. It's known for its simplicity and plug-and-play ease of use.
USB is definitely the one I'm most familiar with. You just plug it in and it works.
Exactly. It's a great option for many applications, especially when connecting to computers and other devices. But for mobile devices and other high-speed applications, we often use MIPI, which stands for Mobile Industry Processor Interface.
MIPI. That one sounds a bit more technical.
It is a bit more specialized, but it's all about fast data transmission. This is crucial for things like high-resolution video recording and streaming.
So that's what's powering those buttery, smooth, slow-motion videos we see on our phones.
You got it. And we also offer DVP, or digital video port, which is a reliable workhorse for various imaging applications. And then there's SPI, or serial peripheral interface, which is often used for transmitting information over shorter distances.
So we've got a whole range of interfaces to choose from, each with its own strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. And selecting the right interface is another key part of the puzzle when designing a camera module. We carefully consider factors like data rate, power consumption, and complexity to ensure seamless communication between the camera module and the host device.
This is all fascinating stuff, but there's one thing I'm particularly curious about. How do we ensure that all these intricate camera modules meet the highest quality standards? I mean, we're talking about millions of units being produced every month.
That's a great question, and it's something we take very seriously at Camemake. Our commitment to quality is woven into every step of the process, from the initial design phase all the way to final assembly and testing.
So it's not just about having fancy clean rooms and high-tech equipment.
Right. It's a holistic approach that starts with rigorous supplier selection.
So we're not just buying components from anyone. We're partnering with suppliers who share our commitment to quality and reliability.
Exactly. And once those components arrive at our facilities, they undergo thorough inspections to ensure they meet our strict specifications. We have a dedicated team of quality control experts who are constantly monitoring the process, identifying and addressing potential issues before they become problems.
So it's like a multi-layered safety net catching any defects early on.
You could say that.
Right.
And then, of course, we have those rigorous testing procedures you mentioned earlier. Every single camera module is put through its paces, undergoing a battery of tests to ensure it meets our performance standards. We check for things like image clarity, color accuracy, focus precision, and overall functionality.
It sounds incredibly thorough. No wonder our camera modules have earned such a strong reputation in the industry.
That's right. Our clients trust us to deliver reliable, high-performance imaging solutions, and we go to great lengths to maintain that trust.
This deep dive into Camemake's inner workings has been truly eye-opening. We've covered the intricate details of image sensors, lenses, PCBs, and interface technologies.
And in Part 3, we'll shift our focus to the bigger picture, exploring Camemake's global reach and vision for the future of imaging technology.
I can't wait to see what the future holds. Stay tuned, everyone. Welcome back to Pixel Perfect. We spent the last 2 parts of this deep dive exploring the intricate world of Camemake's camera modules, from the tiny sensors to the specialized lenses and beyond. And now in this final part, we're going to zoom out and look at the bigger picture.
That's right. We've talked a lot about the technology, but technology doesn't exist in a vacuum.
It's all about how that technology impacts the world, right?
Yeah.
Well, Camemake's impact is truly global.
Absolutely. As you know, we have those dual headquarters in Belgium and China, but our reach extends far beyond those 2 locations. Our distribution and partner network spans across continents, connecting us with clients in North and South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Middle East.
Wow. So we're talking about a truly global operation. Our camera modules are literally being integrated into devices all over the planet.
That's right. And it's not just about shipping boxes of modules. We actively collaborate with clients worldwide, working closely with them to develop custom solutions tailored to their specific needs. We have teams dedicated to understanding regional market trends and collaborating with local partners to ensure our modules are meeting the unique demands of each region.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. We're taking the time to understand the nuances of each market and tailor our solutions accordingly.
Exactly. And this global mindset has allowed us to forge partnerships with some of the biggest names in the tech industry, including, as we mentioned earlier, Samsung.
That partnership with Samsung is a great example of how we're not just keeping pace with industry giants, but collaborating with them to push the boundaries of what's possible.
Absolutely. And that brings us to what I find most exciting, the future of imaging technology. Camemake is committed to innovation, and we're constantly exploring new possibilities, investing heavily in research and development to stay ahead of the curve.
What are some of the areas where Camemake is focusing its innovation efforts? What's getting you excited about the future of imaging?
One area that has immense potential is the integration of artificial intelligence, or AI, with imaging systems.
AI and cameras. That sounds like a powerful combination.
It is. Imagine cameras that can not only see, but also understand what they're seeing. Cameras that can recognize objects, track movements, and even analyze emotions. This opens up a whole world of possibilities in fields like security, healthcare, and even retail.
It's mind-boggling to think about the potential applications. What about those other cutting-edge areas we touched on earlier, like robotics and the Internet of Things? How does Camemake see imaging technology shaping those fields?
Well, robotics is poised for explosive growth, and we believe imaging technology will play a crucial role in enabling robots to perceive and interact with the world more effectively. We're developing specialized modules designed to give robots the eyes they need to navigate complex environments, manipulate objects with precision, and even collaborate safely with humans.
So we're talking about robots that can see, understand, and act upon the world around them. That's incredible. And what about the Internet of Things? It seems like everything is becoming connected these days.
It is, and as the Internet of Things continues to expand, imaging technology will be essential for gathering visual data from all these connected devices. This data can be used to optimize processes, improve efficiency, and even create entirely new services. Think of smart cities that can monitor traffic flow in real-time, smart homes that can anticipate our needs, and even smart farms that can monitor crop health and optimize yields. The possibilities are truly endless.
It sounds like we're on the cusp of a truly transformative era in imaging technology.
I believe we are. And Camemake is right there at the forefront, pushing the boundaries and driving innovation.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of Camemake. We've learned about their history, their technology, their global reach, and their vision for the future. I'm walking away with a newfound appreciation for the complexity and importance of those tiny camera modules we often take for granted.
Me too. It's been a pleasure sharing this journey with you and our listeners.
And to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this exploration of Camemake, a company that's shaping how we see and interact with the world. We hope you'll tune in for future episodes of Pixel Perfect as we continue to uncover the fascinating world of image sensors and camera modules. Until next time, keep your eyes open to the amazing possibilities of imaging technology. It's all around us, capturing the world in ways we never thought possible.